in Morrowind. Bit of an update from last. I think I was like level 16 or something like that. I ran around, did some more killing of things, did a couple quests in the main game, the Tamriel, back on the mainland. And then I did 2 daily dungeons, random daily dungeons, which kind of scale, so I think you level up like once each time you do them, which is kind of nice, and it helps get some skill points and whatnot, some experience, since it scales as well. It helps with, gaining that experience and how to play this class. This is the first time I've played not only as this class, but as this role as a tank, so learning the aggroing and the group pulls and when to time my uh, abilities and spells and whatnot. It's helped out. But so yeah, almost at 20. We're shooting to get to at least 20 tonight, and hopefully finish this Telvanni quest line to get the personality. And I feel like that's a pretty successful night if I can. But it might not be too long just because it's kind of late. But we're gonna see where we can go with that. But yeah, so I've also started to use some new abilities. Just putting points into my passives and the heavy armor. Need to start doing it in the racial as well. Whatever I can in my weapon, one-handed shield, and then decent amount in Winter's Embrace, and then also in Animal Companion. Since this is kind of a spammable damage dealing. Neat thing here, I don't know if this will be something I stick with later on, but so I call down this ability, and here we go. Bond with nature passive. When one of your companions is killed or unsummoned, you're restored 1,260 health. That counts as a companion being unsummoned. That ability, that skill, or that spell cast ability, and so instant cast time. It's basically doesn't seem like a lot of damage, but the instant cast time, and it takes a second or two for it to kind of fly in, but has good range, so it's a way for me to deal some damage. While it does cost stamina, it's kind of nice because it converts from stamina to my health. So it's kind of like a similar thing to Dark Conversion that the Sorcerer has, except this actually also does damage. And takes away 2,065 stamina, restoring 1,000 health. Which is nice to keep the health up. So far it's nice, as well as this Savage Beast activating an Animal Companion, which we now know that counts, grants 2 ultimate. And so if you do it enough, you get quite a few of them, and I'm guessing the next putting two skill points into this will bring it up to 4. However, it does have a cooldown, but it still helps. And I've noticed it getting my super back, or my ultimate back, rather frequently. But we'll see. I'll probably be switching these skills in and out. See what I feel like and how I like it. I'm only sticking with my front bar right now. Just because I'm trying to get used to using these abilities and the rotation. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Rose of a Fallen House, bound by a little white. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. Not too bad. It's like one of the only times that has worked for me. At least that well. Pickpocketing like that. Alright.
Well, did you get my poem? Quick, give it here. Phew, what a relief. All right, Flower, I'm going to burn this embarrassment. I sure hope I didn't leave Master Erevan's correspondence box unlocked. That would be careless in the extreme. Farewell. Good riddance to bad writing.
Chogorath. Okay.
There you are. I was afraid you'd been compromised. Were you successful? Did Anthem have anything? May I? Ah, a saint's relic. Saint Films. Never heard of him. Says here, the Redarin wants it too. To squirrel away in some musty old chapel, no doubt. We need to make sure Thorana gets it before they do. Looks like the shrine is locked, protected by some puzzle ward. Luckily, the letter provides some hints on how to break in. Solve the puzzle, grab the relic, then make haste to tell Thorana. Thorana should be there. Offer her the relic on my behalf. Somewhere between certain and apprehensive. The Telvanni respect our clever schemes and love to barter. This little intrigue will prove my worth, I know it. Run? Telvanni magisters wield magics that put Julianos to shame. Of course, you're quite the hero in your own right. Hopefully it doesn't come to...
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna use the way shrine. Stuck in a load. I'll pause the stream real quick. Something happened there for some reason where it just wasn't letting me, wasn't loading me in after I tried to teleport using the way shrine, so I'm gonna try again. Okay. Well, now it worked. And we are almost there. Let's do this. Scribbled note. Okay. Tried lighting them all. I've tried lighting none. What's left? The Mad Prince says numbers. Numbers are for tossers. Give me eyes any day. Or jesters. Or jesters with no eyes. Which reminds me. Kill all the jesters. I need their bones. Bones, 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 bones. Skulls and bones, right? Skulls are bones, right? A family of skulls say, how do you do? 2 shout where 1, and 3 yell where 2. Oh, okay, so family skulls, how do you do? 2 shout where 1, so 2 skulls is 1. 3 is 2, so. Two skulls is 1. Okay. 2 skulls is 1. 3 skulls is 2. So the skulls here, on the note, the skulls here, you see, that I'm swinging at, correspond with the order of the braziers that need to light. So let's see. Family skulls say, how do you do? Okay, that doesn't matter. 2 skulls shout, we are one. So those 2 skulls shout, we are one. That's how we're going to do this. We're going to run 3. So 2 shout, we're 1. I've done 3 for 2. 5 glare at 3. Okay, so 5 glare at 3. 5 glare at 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Glare at 3. That's 3. I was mistaken. What was that? 5 glare at 3. That's 6. Oh, they glare at 3. I thought they were facing the other way. Okay, so 5 glare at 3. What's next? As 6 laugh at 4. Hmm. Six laugh at 4. Oh,
The door is open.
got it.
At last.
So it was 1, 2, 3, then 4. Oh, this is very much like Shivering Oz. Gotta look through the urns. Peculiar key. Huh. That's funny. If I can price check that for them, no I cannot. Okay. Where is that? Head back to no. Oh. Oh, did I get this one yet? I haven't. Well, that's not what I meant. That bleeding effect. That's what it is. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, excellent. Another clumsy adventurer bumbles into my home. I really must put a hex on that lift. Have you come to rob me? That would go very poorly for you. Sun in shadow. Oh yes, I know the lizard. An enterprising young mage, if memory serves. Don't look so surprised. Her magical abilities are the worst-kept secret in Sadrith, Mora. What does she want? I hope you bring more than boring salutations. Do you now? Well, she's a clever one, isn't she? Even convinced you to do the work for her. Impressive. So, what does our scaled friend want in exchange for this relic? No. Give me a moment. I'm keen to guess. She wants her freedom, right? Oh, good. I was afraid she'd do something boring with her freedom, like run off into the marsh to worship trees or some such. Sun and Shadow shall have my endorsement. I'll give you a writ. Deliver it to my mouth, Erevan. He'll know what to do.
She giving it to me? It looks like it.
Yeah, that should be sufficient. Now, take that writ and be off. I don't really need to study.
Okay, bye bye bye.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Well, I want to get one of those paintings of the volcano. All right, let's see. Just making sure it's still in the stream. The overlay isn't really working right now. That's all right. Not a big deal. That guy's still trying to sell Militant Ordinator full set.
Do you need something? I'm rather busy at the moment. Oh? Let me see that. Submit to council. Argonian slave freed. Services to House Telvanni. Well, well. I've always known Sun and Shadow to be ambitious. Feel free to wait in the council chamber. We will rule on this matter soon. One other thing. Some of my personal correspondence went missing recently. If that ever happens again, the Morag Tong will hear of it. I trust we understand each other.
Interesting.
Give this to the council.
Went the long way on that one.
I've imagined this moment since I was a hatchling. I knew I'd be free eventually, but now that the moment's here, I just hope they'll deliberate, needle each other a bit, then set me free. I only hope that they'll take me on as a hireling as well. I'll even get my own quarters. Can you imagine that? Not only my own room, a whole house to myself. Yes, of course. I mean, eventually. We can talk about that later. Truly, I couldn't have done this without you and Ioki. A plan is only as useful as the people who carry it out. You have my deepest thanks, Sarah. Now, I suppose it's time.
There's that level 20. Three skill points on that one.
I bring tidings from my august patron, Magister Tharana. She would have your masters know that this slave, Sun in Shadow, has earned her favor.
What? Magistress Thorana would lend her good name to this thing? Preposterous.
Larsa, don't be as tiresome as your master.
Should we move this along, please?
Very well. Magister Tharana, by right of rank, demands that the slave girl, Sun in Shadow, be freed from her bonds and raised up to a hireling of the great House Telvanni. She belongs to Magister O'Ferry, does she not?
Indeed. My most beneficent patron, Magister O'Thery, acquiesces to Magister Thorana's demands. He is confident that Thorana will remember this kindness in the future. Sun and Shadow, you are hereby freed and lifted up to the rank of hireling.
Magister, go through. urgent business in Tel Mora.
You've done well, girl. Do come by in a day or so. I may have some work for you.
Cool. Read some bookshelves now. Might be the next part.
Can you believe it? Not much of a title, I know, but I'll burn these rags, polish my scales, and work even harder. The next few days are critical. I can't afford any slip-ups. Magisters circle new hirelings like cliff racers. If they see any sign of weakness, they swoop in and pick the bones clean. Not yet, no. Like I said, even the smallest mistake could spell disaster. It's still too early. I can't say more. Not here, anyway. Too many listening ears. Meet me in my new quarters, all right? I have a plan that might speed things along.
Lazy vermin. If you want to eat this week, work. Yes, mistress. Well,
She's mean.
now! Yes, mistress. Sorry, mistress. Pardon the mess. My slaves require another lesson concerning their work ethic. And they're no good overseer as well. I suppose I'll have to wield the... Have my friends been gossiping about her again? You'd think there were no better topics of conversation. Yes, Tyrwin is my slave. She's no unshed nixhound, but she's still a capable harvester. What do you want to know about her? Well, I need someone who can do that too, and I already have Tyrwin. Seems like you're out of luck. Baseless slander! Though I do tire of these ugly rumors surrounding my son. 3 red star shells. That's the smallest offer I'll entertain. A bargain.
Yeah. I want to finish this one first. Oh, she's all fancy now.
Welcome, Sarah. Sorry about the mess. Believe it or not, this place feels like a palace compared to my old slave quarters. With any luck, I won't stay here long. I've hatched a... I'm glad you asked. Retrieving scrolls and relics, gathering up roots and mushrooms. That's what the Magisters expect from hirelings. Trust me when I say nothing stunts advancement like doing the expected. Real estate. Surprised? Good. Master Firith's been making secret inquiries, looking for
Real
land
estate.
loss. Ioki knows a farmer who may be willing to sell his plot. If I purchase the deed and give it to Firith, he might... I know I could count on you. Here's the gold. I'll not pay a drake more than what's in that pouch. Mostly because I don't have a drake more than what's in that pouch. Ioki can provide more details. Or you can just ask. Fantastic! I bought new clothes, see? And no more sharing a room with 8 other people. This space belongs to me. It's mine. Best of all, I can stop hiding. I don't have to tuck my tomes under blankets or hide scrolls in my bodice. I can just be. Of course. Everyone works for the Magisters in one way or another. Hirelings occupy the lowest rung on the ladder. Aside from slaves, of course. But we can earn a wage and study in peace. We can even refuse a task if we wish. It's remarkable. I enjoyed more freedom than most, it's true. Most of the Marshborn slaves hated me for it. Called me Smokescale, Elfheart, and much, much worse. But that's all right. I harnessed my ambition, served my masters with loyalty and discretion, and earned my freedom. They whine like belly-sick wars and rot in chains. It doesn't get any clearer than that. I told you before, these things take time. I can't simply buy him because hirelings aren't allowed to own slaves, and I can't just set him free without jeopardizing my position in the house. This requires patience and an overabundance of caution. Archmagister Otheri. None of the other magisters would have him. Too many escape attempts. Then there's the matter of magical aptitude. The Telvanni abhor hist magic, and make him wear suppression manacles all the time, even when he sleeps. Doubtful. Hist magic doesn't operate by the same rules as Telvanni spellcraft. I think that's why the Magisters hate it so much. I can't say for certain, but I doubt there's anything in Ioki's repertoire that could get him out. From what I gather, he wants to build a new tower there. I've no idea why. Mistress Dratha essentially owns Voss, and I can tell you she does not welcome intruders. If I was mad enough to antagonize one of the Magisters, it would not be Dratha. I only need him to survive long enough to sponsor me. He won't break ground on his tower anytime soon. Plus, there's a rumor that Dratha suffers from some mysterious illness. It could be Fear's doing. You never can tell with the Telvanni.
Exhausted.
Greetings. We must speak quickly. The overseers grow nosy and suspicious. I do. Otheri banished me to those farms for a time. I spent 30 days in the dry box and heard many things. A salt rice farmer named Barris Rendo grumbled like a sick crocodile. His wife called Voss a backwater sty. He would sell. She gave you gold? I thought... My heart told me that she gathered coin to purchase my freedom. She probably seeks to parlay this into it.
It's a trusting man. How far away is this? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I can't pick up all of them. Save some. Oh, actually, I could. I'm an old 9 right now.
What do you want?
adventurer. If you've come looking for salt rice, you'll have better luck in the market. A slim harvest, you know, and we're a bit short-handed at the moment. My son, wouldn't I? I gave up work as a financier in Balmora for a chance at the simple life. I love it here. But my wife, she struggles with the agrarian life. Yes, in an instant. Like I said, Nineveh's practically packed her bags already. If you bring back our boy, we'll sell. Sathan's always been a thrill seeker. Probably got lost in that Daedric ruin, Esutanimus. You'll find it just east of here. It's called Esutanimus. Sathan's taken an interest in Daedric history. A waste of time if you ask me, but I do admire his enthusiasm. We spoke about the shrine just a few days before he vanished. I don't go anywhere near that place. We've got enough troubles here. Lean harvests, clumsy Telvanni wizards, my wife hen pecking me to death. No, I'll not invite some plague from the House of Troubles as well. Thank you, Seryo. Be careful, and...
That's so cool.
Hey, over here! Someone without wings and razor-sharp teeth. There's a sight for sore eyes. That's me, Sathan Rendo, explorer extraordinaire. My parents are worried. Typical. My mother barely trusts me to push a broom, let alone investigate a ruin. Of course, every time I try to make my escape, they swoop down on my head. Not to hurt me, mind you. They just sort of tussle my hair with their claws and push me back into the ruins. Cool. A daring escape. You'll have to slay them, eh? Pity. Of course, I did see them tear an Ashlander apart as he wandered by, so I won't shed too many tears. I'll make a run for it. We can meet up west of here towards Voss. Be careful.
Am I actually distracting them?
The matriarch is coming. Be careful. I'll run straight back. getting as bad as Mother. I'm not a child.
Believe me, I'd rather be bagging our crop. But you know how your mother is. She won't give me a moment's peace.
Fine. I just need a breather.
There you are. Sorry to check up on you. I knew you had the situation well in hand, but Nineveh practically kicked me out. Said not to come back without Sathan. Attracted the attentions? Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll miss this place, but Vec knows I'm not much of a farmer. I'm just glad I got to... What? Oh dear. The fellow was very convincing. Caught me right before I set out to find Sathan. He wasn't much of a conversationalist, just paid me a hefty sum of gold and snatched up the deed.
Yeah, I gotta go figure out who's trying to buy my house from me. Shoot.
Deal with any loose ends.
Well, if it isn't my favorite loose end, time to tie it off.
Wow. So exhausted. Even if I'm not done with the quest line, if this is the last quest before I get a new one, then I'm gonna call it.
Back so soon? Well, you're quite the Jinrisa. Interesting. That envious hag never misses an opportunity to stick a thumb in Firith's eye. I suggest you use all available means. You can begin by searching the Adept's Hall in Tel Naga. I will warn you that the Adept's Hall is not open. Jinris has offered us a chance to double our winnings. If we acquire the deed and embarrass her in the process, Firith's bound.
Okay. I'm really hoping this is done soon. I am exhausted. Wait for that mage back there to move. There we go. Easy enough.
Did you find the deed? I'd hate to think that clumsy wizard Jinrisa outmixed me on this. Oh, no, no. I can't do it myself. It's not subtle or even polite. If a Telvanni just bluntly demands this thing or that service. I know I've asked a lot, trust me. Payment is forthcoming. Just offer the deed to Firith and tell him that Sun and Shadow would like his just west of here, in a place called Hanoud. Firith values his privacy, so be wary of Atronachs and traps, and don't be surprised if he's a bit...
Oh my lord. Soon.
This is Magister Gulgrim's private property. Keep walking.
Keep walking.
Ugh, more visitors? I have those Atronachs out there for a reason. Can't you see there's no room? Oh, for Vex's sake, never mind. What do you want from us? Did she now? How prescient. Quite impressive, wouldn't you say, Geralt? Yes, I thought so too. I'm glad she chose to give it to me. Ah, yet another social climber. How tiresome. Still, exchanging a simple endorsement for valuable property seems like quite the bargain. Very well, it's a deal. Get out, be a dear, and fetch me that pen. What? Oh. This should do. Now, off with you. My friends and I have pressing business. So much to do. Didn't you hear me?
We will review the request soon. In the meantime, continue your studies.
Muthsera Sooth is most kind. I thank you. Ha! I recognize that swagger. Firith agreed to my demands, didn't he? Excellent! I ran into Counselor Angharal just a moment ago. Totally by chance, I might add. I asked her about the potential for advance. Well, that makes two of us. I took no pleasure in spending all that coin, but as a retainer, I'll be able to double that sum before long. Now,
There we go. Another one down.
Always, she is busy and in a hurry. She is always busy these days. I worry she flirts with the flames of the sun. My heart and I have barely spoken. She strains her spines both day and night, poring through tomes and hatching her schemes. Her eyes are fixed on the next rank, and the next after that. I fear for her. A soul without rest. No, she has not. All to the good, I guess. A finless fish weakens the shoal. But enough about me. You, my friend, are a mighty swimmer. Seek her out in her stone-dwelling place. If I know... I wish...
Okay.
Halt, Fetcher! If it was up to me, I'd just have criminal filth like you kill them. Please, just obey the law from now on.
Okay. I think that's gonna do it for this stream. Didn't quite get to the Telvanni personality, but we're getting closer to it. Can't imagine there are that many more quests. Might actually be able to see in the journal. Oh, so plan friends for that. I do the daily quests. Hunt Master Soren the car. Yeah, there's nothing here about Telvanni questline. Ooh, that's cool. Let's go check that out. I think that's gonna be it. And then I have that Scarlet Judge one as well, but this is the everyone gets me, it just doesn't give me more about it. Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, thank you everyone for anyone who tuned in or who has watched this or any bit of this. Stay tuned for continuation of this tomorrow. Make some more progress. Try and get the rest of the quests done in Morrowind, which seems like we're getting there. Done 21 of the 32 for this Grand Adventurer achievement, but there could be more. I'm sure there are more quests. That mean there's only 9 left. I have 9 in my inventory, and there's plenty I haven't picked up. So lots to do here. But yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.